right, it is now the 3rd of October, 3rd day of the 10th month of 2023. Welcome back to Biashara Tuesday and welcome back to KUTV Rise Today in general. We started yesterday morning with Art and Culture Monday, that is Karen Blessing hosting that show, and now we're taking it up on business matters here on Biashara Tuesday. And because it's business, of course, we are concerned about money, and today there's a range of discussions that we want to have here on the show, a lot of things that we could touch on. So let's begin maybe with a highlight, and I'm going to begin with the pennies all the way to billions. Let's start with your few shillings. If you want to get a loan of less than 1,000 Kenyan shillings, it's going to be very difficult in the coming few days, as now digital lenders have raised their minimum loan value to not be less than 1,000 Kenyan shillings. And this is going to be corresponding to the new regulations by the Central Bank of Kenya, which requires that they do not list any defaulters who are below 1,000 Kenyan shillings. So in response, they're not going to offer any loans which are below 1,000 Kenyan shillings, and that is a goal from digital lenders and one goal from the Central Bank of Kenya. Elsewhere, members of parliament are requesting that the Communication Authority of Kenya suspends the activities of WorldCoin in the country. This is including IP addresses and also their physical location. This is going to pend any new regulations because the government currently does not have regulatory framework towards virtual assets such as this new cryptocurrency which is called WorldCoin. So we're going to be waiting and see what exactly we'll be developing from those discussions which have been happening over this new cryptocurrency which came into the Republic, giving Kenyans free tokens of even up to 7,000 Kenyan shillings a week for free. But members of parliament are heavily concerned over privacy issues when it comes to what has been seen in the onboarding process towards WorldCoin. So we'll see. That is what I have on coins. In the National Dialogue Committee, memoranda continues to be submitted by various interested parties. Vulnerable communities who are decrying representation, the former Attorney General who is now requesting that we audit election results immediately after every general election, regardless of whether there are disputes. However, when it comes to matters of money, the Public Service Commission is requesting that the government continues to regulate and also relook at its tax regime or increase the wages to public servants who are saying they're feeling shame with the amount of salary that they're taking home. A third of their income is the only amount that public servants have been taking home, as the other amount is spent towards loans and repaying of mortgages. So they're requesting to keep up or to cope with the high cost of living, that the government reviews its tax regime or increases the wages for these civil servants. The Council of Governors also submitted its own memoranda to the National Dialogue Committee, saying that they should be treated just like members of National Parliament, that there is fear, they are impeached as soon as they get into the office. And this is coming in the backdrop of the governors such as Kawira Mwagaza of Meru County, who's been receiving threats of impeachment since the first day that she came into office. Other issues the Council of Governors are raising is the revenue allocation from the national government, and they're saying that this should not be less than 45% of what the national government has been getting or has raised in the previous financial year. So the revenue the national government collects in the previous financial year, 45% of it should be allocated to counties. Can we trust these governors to take care of this money? This was a statement, of course, coming from the chairperson of the Council of Governors, who's currently going for a second term, Anne Waiguru of Kirinyaga County. All this memoranda which is being submitted to the National Dialogue Committee is on paper, but will there be actualization in terms of implementation and any policies or framework? This is the discussion we're having with Kimani Wachira here, the President Emeritus of the TVET Students Association. He's coming here to put this and other matters into perspective. If we move into bigger amounts or bigger sums of money, the government of Kenya through President William Ruto has been saying there are jobs abroad for you. In fact, last week, President William Ruto said he's been having discussions with Amazon, the likes of Google and Facebook, to give Kenyans jobs abroad. However, this at the same multinational companies which have been laying off thousands of workers across the world for the past 1 year. So where are these jobs that the president is promising Kenyans they will be getting from these multinationals? However, those who are getting jobs are police officers. 1,000 of those who are now going to be deployed to Haiti to help in that conflict region where rebels or gangs are taking over the republic, and the government wants some help from multinational cooperation. The United States is pledging 14 billion Kenyan shillings to these 1,000 police officers who are going to Haiti. Canada is supporting this, but it's not sending its own troops. Russia and China are not voting on this. Other African countries are excited that Kenya is leading this peacekeeping mission. However, Kenyans are concerned over the constitutionality of this and also the legality. What can we make of this kind of situation? Tune in to the discussions that we're going to have here with Kimani Wachira on that newspaper review section. But there are other guests which I have invited over to the show to discuss matters ranging from World Education Day and small businesses that are happening around the Republic. How can you make profit? That's what we are concerned with here on Biashara Tuesday. Continue speaking with us on social media at KUTV_Kenya, at Richard_OKENYE. That's where I'll be sampling your views and also on the live stream. If you're in diaspora, please stream us on YouTube, KUTV Kenya Live. That's where you get to Biashara Tuesday all the way to the end of the show. Welcome and tell us where you're tuning in from. My name is Richard OKENYE. Let's have fun. All right, so the Business Daily today on the front pages is prioritizing the story on fuel consumption. So it seems that between January, according to the figures here, between January and June, fuel consumption dropped to the lowest levels in more than 5 years if you're excluding the COVID-19 period. So for the past 5 years, for the first time between January and June, fuel consumption has hit the lowest. So these are the figures actually. Official data shows that we dropped the consumption of super petrol by 5%. We used to consume 1.074 billion liters. Now we're at 1.01 billion liters. That's on super petrol, and diesel as well, a drop of 4% from 1.36 billion to 1.31 billion liters. This is signaling, of course, the rising cost of fuel in the Republic, and also as the middle class is moving towards dumping or leaving their cars at home and taking public transport to work or to their places of business. So we should be expecting this kind of trend in the next coming few months. As CS Moses Kuria said, that there's going to be an expected jump or an upward trajectory of these prices by 10 shillings every single month until at least next year, the third month of 2024. More information as well today that you'll be aware of in the coming few days. The Kenya Met Department Director has said that El Nino is still indeed going to happen. So this is anticipated to start the downpour. The downpour is expected to start the third and the fourth week of this month, and that's going to persist in the coming few months. He's saying no two El Ninos are the same. Just like the other one we experienced in 1997, this one won't be the same, but we should be very well prepared for this kind of heavy rain season that is going to kickstart and going to be higher than normal in major parts of the Republic. So that's the information that I have here for you. But today's weather conditions, cloudy at this moment at 10 degrees Celsius, where I'm at, which is in Kiambu County, and it's going to be expected a high of 29 degrees. So today's forecast is going to be mostly cloudy, and then it's going to be rainy for the next few days beginning tomorrow. What's happening on those roads is information I have received here from Mathri Route, current transport and traffic conditions of the city. Here is question number one: do these new buses allow passengers to ride while standing? So there's a question on the new electric buses, which are reporting to have a standing capacity and a sitting capacity. So are they allowing people to flout traffic rules or